It's Monday, it's just after 9 o'clock, and we're here at the Galen Center in Los Angeles because it is press conference day here at E3 2014. We're finally going to find out what all the big publishers have been keeping under wraps for the past few months, and we're going to get some surprises, I think. So we're going to kick things off with Microsoft. They are really setting the scene. We've got some Forza Horizon cars dotted about the place. We've got these amazing light bands that, well, we're going to see them in action during the press conference. After that, we're going to head over to EA, then Ubisoft, and then we're going to round the day out with Sony. So what are we waiting for? Let's get in there.
Let's do it.
So we just came out of Microsoft. We saw a few glimpses of gameplay of announced titles. We also saw a few teasers for things that are coming later on down the line. But we'll talk about that later because we've got to hot foot it and get to EA.
It's been a really long day. We're at the fourth and final conference, and it's Sony. Will they steal the show? We will find out very soon, so stay tuned when we review the whole day.
Well, what a day. We kicked it off with Microsoft, and I think my highlight of the press conference has to be Assassin's Creed Unity. I loved that 4-player demo. The game looked fantastic.
Yep.
It looked like it played really well, and I can't wait to get some friends together and form a little brotherhood.
Definitely.
What about you?
For me, I've got to say the shock kind of seeing the world premiere of Lara Croft Rise of the Tomb Raider. Very dark again, sat in a psychiatrist's office, but then also loads of action kind of aside as soon as she took that hood down and you realised it was her again.
And you said it was really dark, but then the complete flip side of that would be Sunset Overdrive, which is this amazing, frenetic, energetic explosion of just colour and energy and action.
Yep.
I'm really excited to play that.
And I suppose the other one from me was the Master Chief Anniversary Collection. So it's not Halo 5, but it's the story of the journey of the Chief all the way through. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, 2 being fully remastered in an anniversary edition and with over 100 multiplayer maps. That's going to be some awesome game time.
And we caught that glimpse of the TV show and of Halo 5.
So after Microsoft, we headed to EA, and opening the show, Star Wars. I was hoping it was going to be there, and it was. Star Wars Battlefront, we saw a very small glimpse of what it might look like, but we saw also the DICE guys going back and looking at the original locations and some of the artwork that was used in the original films.
That was really cool, but we're not going to see that game for at least another year, but we are going to see Dragon Age Inquisition in a couple of months, so I really enjoyed that. I like that we got to kind of know the party members a lot better. So I'm very excited for that.
Definitely.
And then another one is, of course, Mirror's Edge 2.
Yeah.
So that was another big game from last year's conference. We saw it this year, and I like the behind-the-scenes stuff, how they're creating faith, all that kind of stuff. So I was very excited about that.
Yeah, and then for me as well, it was closing the show. I mean, Battlefield Hardline. We hadn't heard or seen a huge amount on this, but showing gameplay, 32-player, cops versus robbers, seems to have all of the elements of Battlefield in it. For me, again, real show stealer at the end of it.
And the beta's available right now. So then it was Ubisoft, and opening the show was Far Cry 4. I'm a huge fan of Far Cry 3, and I loved the opening 5 minutes. It was very reminiscent of Far Cry 3, and we saw some gameplay of it at Sony's stage, and I just can't wait to get to the Himalayas and just let elephants mess stuff up.
Definitely. And for me, The Division, teased last year, we saw a lot more of it this year. It's got an element of Ghost Recon meets The Last of Us.
Another game that I really loved was Valiant Hearts: The Great War. So it's a 100-year anniversary of the First World War, and this game's made in the UbiArt framework engine. It looks beautiful, 2D, puzzle kind of action-adventure game. You follow loads of different protagonists. It looks wonderful.
Yeah, and there's that little dog that would just kind of pulled on the heartstrings. So then for me, closing the show, Rainbow Six, The Siege, 5-on-5, multiplayer. There's obviously going to be some single player as well, which we haven't seen in campaign.
And it was a genuine surprise. No one saw it coming.
Exactly, yeah.
So then closing off the day was Sony, and I was so glad to see Little Big Planet 3. It looked adorable, 4-player co-op, not just Sackboy and Sackgirl now, he's got a bunch of friends. It just looked adorable, and I can't wait to play it.
For me, Destiny, it opened the show. We saw a load of new information and trailer from that game. Bit of information about where it's going to be, so they've got obviously exclusive information coming. So there's an alpha going on this weekend from Thursday. There's a beta coming as well. Plus they've also got a white console, which is going to be exclusive to PlayStation 4 as well.
Another big reveal from Sony's event was, of course, that GTA is coming to next-gen consoles. You know what, I'll play it again. Like, Los Santos looked incredible, completely done up 1080p, all this kind of stuff. And the best bit is, my online character will transfer to next-gen.
And then closing the show, Uncharted. I was really worried that we weren't going to see it, but finally we did. Bit of a trailer of Drake laying in a river.
Looking a bit bedraggled.
Yeah, walking into a jungle and kind of in saying, we'll do it one last time.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We're back again tomorrow with another daily update because it's our first day on the show floor here at E3 2014. We'll see you then.
See you later.